When I arrived in Leeds, my mind was filled with emotions, both with nervousness and of excitement. I was clueless about where to go, so thankfully there was a Leeds meet and greet service. I was welcomed with a lot of warmth. They answered any queries I had. They were really patient with me. As a fresher at university, there were a lot of new challenges. How do you open a bank account, for instance, and registering as a student? There was an international student welcome team. They really helped me as they had all the information I required at one place. It just gives you more confidence because I know there is someone who is looking after me and who is there to guide me. The best thing I like about Leeds is the people. Now I have friends everywhere, in most of the places around the world. It really has added immensely to my experience.
I was born in the Philippines, and then when I was 4, we moved to Japan. And then after I graduated, we moved immediately to Singapore before moving straight here to Leeds and beginning university. When I got my offer, I had to make a few calls to the school, and that was the first time I phoned abroad to the UK and talked to someone on the phone who had a British accent. I thought, oh my God, this is who I'm gonna be surrounded by for the next 3 to 4 years. And that was exciting, but they were really helpful and they were really kind. My first few weeks were pretty overwhelming because everything was kind of daunting, moving to a new country and my mom leaving me behind. Everyone was really, really nice on campus and even around the city. I did experience some culture shock with, I don't know, the bus comes this way or you have to queue for the buses. But they're just little things and you meet some friends who are in the same boat, so you kind of work through it together. On the academic side, the University of Leeds, they're really supportive and understanding that, oh, you might be coming from a different structure or system that's not similar to the UK. So they're very supportive in that, and they're very patient and helpful, and they'll give you the support and assistance that you need. But also on like the social side of student life, we have the union. And I know that every single society is really open to having international students join them. The Intercultural Ambassadors program is the volunteer program that I was part of in second year, uniting both international and UK home students together. I think the best part of that was meeting other students who were passionate about similar things. And then in my internship, I went from being a volunteer to managing the whole program, so it was an interesting shift, but it was fun to be on both sides. The Link to Leeds scheme is this amazing scheme with amazing people, and it's basically a group of all international students that are currently studying at the University of Leeds. So we do a lot of things to cover like basically what it's like to be a student in Leeds. All of the students on that scheme are not only super smart, but super kind and really inspiring as well. When we first arrived, like I guess all the ambassadors, I'm sure we all felt some sort of nervousness or some kind of fear, doubt, anxiety, and we dealt with that however we could, but because we've experienced it and we know what it's like, it's much easier for us to sympathize with these prospective students. I know that it's gonna be scary and it's gonna be really daunting, but my advice is just try to look past that, keep yourself busy, and take up whatever opportunity you can find, and don't be afraid to make a few mistakes and to tackle the wrong opportunities. That's all part of the experience. You will grow from it, and that's a part of being a student.
After I finished A-levels, I felt a bit disillusioned with education, so I decided not to come to uni.
I had applied to Leeds to do maths and economics. Coming the exam results, I hadn't done quite as well as I thought I had.
I was finding it difficult to find roles that didn't need a degree, so I started to think about what I would actually like to do and where there was something that had always interested me.
This foundation year really stood out to me at the LLC. It gave me that opportunity to be able to fulfil my ambitions in what I wanted to do at university, really. With the Business Studies Foundation year, we had the opportunity to move into 3 different courses. We had HR, I think it was, Business Management and Accounting and Finance.
I was enjoying geology, which I'd never done before. It really gave me time to figure out what of each subject that I was actually enjoying.
It actually suited my style of learning, and we could work our way into it, see which parts of the course we liked, and then that allowed us to transfer those skills into the courses we then chose to do.
Before I started, I was quite nervous actually that I would be older, but actually when I started it was about 50-50 between mature students and school leavers.
The different cultures and just the different way of learning within the groups has helped a lot and gives you a different perspective.
We all supported each other, particularly with the Earth and Environment group, because we're quite a small cohort. We would have group study sessions and help each other.
The one-to-one commitment from the tutors, I'd say, is the main thing that's got me through university.
In December this year I became a mum. The staff at the Lifelong Learning Centre have been really supportive whilst I was pregnant. They were all really great about it and offered advice on what to do with student finance and who to talk to if I wanted to take time out and things like that. They really go above and beyond to make sure that you're okay.
I felt like I was much more ingrained into university life and essentially had that extra year of getting to know the university as a whole before moving on with my studies to that next level.
And actually, times when I have been stuck, I have gone back to the Lifelong Learning Centre and spoken to some of my tutors.
It's given me those extra abilities to be able to fulfil what I want at university and further into the future with my work life.
And I feel more confident in myself. I'm really proud of what I've achieved.
With the foundation year, I feel it's given me a much better university experience than I would have otherwise.
Robots are going to be an increasingly big part of our lives, and so there will be an increasing need for people who understand robotics.
Mechatronic and robotics, it's a unique mix of mechanical and electrical engineering that I hadn't seen elsewhere. It's just so cross-disciplinary. There's not really a lot you don't touch on, which I think is really great, and you don't get that from a lot of engineering courses.
From day one, you're building robots, you're putting it all into practice, you do a lot of practical work.
The benefit is you can know which side more you want to be more focused on later, and also they both help with robotics, so that's why I think this course is great.
It's really good to have both sides of mechanical and electronic. A lot of employers these days really want people that can do both sides of it.
Being able to design and build any kind of robotic systems and just seeing a robot being built from scratch and coming into life is very exciting to watch happen.
This is a program that is trying to give students sufficient mastery of electronics, mechanical engineering, and computing.
They got all the equipment that you need, and then they give you all the support that they can provide.
We have a wide variety of state-of-the-art scientific facilities, an assortment of high-end manufacturing equipment, 5-axis milling machines, waterjet guided laser cutter. We have a mechanical workshop, a variety of 3D printers. We've also just introduced a really exciting new module on 3D printing.
The university is so friendly overall. I really like the fact that it's a campus university, everything's all in one place. But also all the societies and everything are fantastic.
A few years ago, a group of mechatronics students set up a new society called ShockSock.
We started an event this year called Robot Fighting League, and in that event we get to build our own robots and make them fight each other. This is where we get to use whatever we have learned so far into practice without any help from academic resources.
All of our degrees are offered in a variant which includes a full year in industry. It's quite common for those students to end up ultimately getting a graduate job with the same company.
The School of Electrical Engineering, it's one of the best in the country.
It's a great course and it's a great uni, and put them both together and it's just such a great experience.
We offer one of the best teaching experiences in the country.
Mechatronics is the future of engineering.